This episode is sponsored by MMS, Missionary Music School, changing lives one note at a time. Go to mmsforeveryone.com. Oh, I like it. No. Hello everyone, my name is Porfirio Gueiros and you're listening to Think and Play. I invited a few of my students, which I call friends, to talk about music. What made that song so special and what made that song different and what that song influenced in their lives. If you like music like me, if you're a music enthusiast, this is the podcast for you. So enjoy, have a seat, and let's think about music. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Porfirio Gueiros again. How are you guys doing? This is my last podcast of 2023. So we are close to Christmas, and Christmas is always a good moment to think about the past year, or the year was just about to end. So 2023, it's almost gone. We're opening a new year, 2024, and we have all these expectations and plans and everything you want to... Well, we have to stop a little bit and think about the 2023. So all the goals that we achieved, all the failures, because I told you once and I'm going to repeat again, we only learn when we make mistakes and use the mistakes to make changes and change and try to make it right. That's how we grow, that's how we learn, and that's how we get wiser and wiser and wiser every year. It's not that because the guy is 56 years old and he's a wise guy, you can ask questions. So I'm talking about myself, okay? And the only difference between a 56-year-old guy and a 36-year-old guy is just because I made more mistakes than a 36-year-old guy. So I had more chance, I have more time to make more mistakes. So that's why life should make us wiser. Some people make mistakes and they keep repeating the same mistake. So it's not a very wise thing to do. When you make a mistake, just say, I'm sorry to whoever you made the mistake, or forgive yourself if your mistake is upon yourself, and move to the next chapter. That's how I do it. So yesterday is gone, tomorrow we don't have yet. The only day and time we have is today. Well, last podcast we talked about Thanksgiving, and it's not that I'm still thinking about Thanksgiving, but I'm thinking about what God has done in 2023 in my life, and it's been a very, very, very interesting year. We planned a lot of things that didn't happen. We planned to save money and we couldn't. So many things. I lost my job in 2023. I was furloughed. So the downsizing, whatever happened. And in March, on the day of my birthday, I lost my job. And I restarted working in September. So the end of August, well, I was trying to look for a job and trying to apply. It took me 6 months to get into a job. But at the same time, I learned how to podcast. I learned how to sit down and talk to myself and talk to 1,000 people every week. So thank you for listening to me, and thank you for the replies that I'm getting. And it's amazing. It's amazing that I can just share my heart, share my life, and open my books for you guys. And this is me. So from last podcast, I realized that God has my back. So sometimes I have a lot on my mind. I think about my family, I think about my health, my mother's health, my my son, my daughter, my granddaughter, my daughter-in-law health, and I think about finances. When I lost my job, I had to apply for Washington job because I had bills to pay, so I had to ask for unemployment, and it's the first time in my life that I had to apply for unemployment. But thank God that God had my back, and God never stopped providing. And even though I was not working and I felt miserable, but God was there for me, and I thank God. I have to say, God, sometimes I feel so that the weight of the world is on my shoulders, and everything's like shadow, everything's like dark, and I have nowhere to go, and I have to stop and think, do I have a house? Do I have a roof over me? Yes, I do. Do I have food on the table? Yes, I do. Do I have a bed that I can sleep? Yes. Everything else, it's okay. Things that I wanted to do, I didn't do this year because I didn't have the money to do it. But you go for the basics. You go back for the basics and say, God, thank you for helping me paying rent. Thank you for providing the food for my family. Thank you for the health. Thank you because I didn't go to the hospital. By the way, my daughter-in-law had some issues with her pregnancy, and she had to stay 2 weeks in the hospital. And when the bill came, it was $97,000. But thank God, Marcus had a good health insurance. He only paid 1% of the total, so he paid $900 and something. So again, this is proof that God has our back. God's providing. God is protecting. We're gonna still believe. We're gonna still keep the faith and keep moving. Keep going forward. And what I'm thinking about right now is, well, when we reevaluate 2023, we look back and say God was there, God was providing, God was changing lives, God was moving every single second. Every single second, God was there moving for us. I have to confess that sometimes I say, God, where are you? God, I don't see you doing this. And when I look back, I say, God, you're there. You're providing, you're supporting, you just open the doors of heaven and pour down blessing over me and my family. And this is amazing. So when I look back and I look at all the students that we had this year, all the lives that we are changing, like one note at a time, of course, it's overwhelming for me. It's fruits. Well, we planted, and then we reap the fruits of what we planted. And when you teach a kid, when you share your experience with like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, and you see the growth, and when you see that the joy that they have playing and being part of something, being part of a band, it's amazing. It's really cool. So, and the song that I chose for to play this song is the song that we are releasing, a 5-song album. So December 25th, Christmas Day, we're going to release the MMS, Missionary Music School album. And all Christmas songs, all performed by our students, all sang and played by our students. And of course, we had to change a few things here and there to make it more simple for them to play. But since September, we've been recording and teaching and talking about, the lyrics, the words. Each song has a special meaning for me, for Melissa, for Anya. And of course, it has a special meaning for the kids because it's the first time that they are recording a song. And when you record, you have to be, harder on the students because they need to play right. Of course, if they play wrong and re-record it, you can redo it, blah, blah, blah. You have a lot of things that you can do to make them sound good. But it's a lot of work for them and for us. But when you see the final result, it's like, it's so good. Every song you have to listen like 1,000 times the same song. But every song is like refreshing because we are doing something that will forever will stay in their hearts, in their mind. It's a very unique experience. It's like playing on a stage. It's like playing at your church. Every Sunday is something new. Every Sunday is like you're seeding something. You're planting something. And when you play, every chord, every note has a meaning to God. So it's not the whole song. It's like every chord that you play, major, minor, 6, 7, major 7, whatever. For God listens to every tiny little thing. He listens to everything and say, hey, good. So more important than the sound, of course, it's the heart. God's listening to my heart and your heart. And this is what God's looking for. So for next year, 2024, this is what I hope for me. This is me. Well, I didn't promise myself that I'm going to lose weight because I never do. So losing weight. So I think I'm going to promise myself to gain weight, because every time I promise myself that I'm going to lose weight, I gain. So now I'm going to get fat. Psychology, inverse psychology. So I'm going to be fat, 100 pounds fatter next year. So see if I can lose 100 pounds. Okay. Anyway. So no, it's not about losing weight. I promised myself that I'm going to be a better bass player. So I'm focusing on playing better bass. So I already play bass for 30 years. So, but there's always room to improve, always room to make it better. So this is me. Or if you like cooking, try something, try a different recipe. If you work at Boeing, try doing something different, even with your co-workers. Or I like to talk about Boeing because I'm always at Painfield, and this is my favorite spot. And I have a passion for Boeing. It's just because my son works at Boeing, and I love airplanes. Anyway, whatever you do, if you work job site, try something different, or an experience with another department. Make it change. Try to challenge yourself. I was talking to a guy yesterday at our church, and the guy has an acoustic guitar in his house. His wife bought an acoustic guitar, and he has an acoustic guitar like sitting there for 3 years. I said, why don't you play it? Go on YouTube. I don't have time, because if I want to do something, if I want to commit, I want to do it right. I want to do the right thing, and I don't have time for that. So, but if you cannot even try it, at least try. Play a C chord or an A chord. At least tune the guitar. Do something. Try to learn how to tune the guitar. That's it. You're already touching the guitar. You're already doing something different. Play a D chord or E minor chord or A minor chord, whatever. Play one song. If you put yourself to play one. So my challenge for myself and for whoever is listening to this podcast is try to make a difference. Try to do something new. So if you try at least once a year something new, and then you add a little more. If this one thing, it's good, try another thing. So you see that if you try, in 12 months, if you try one new thing every month, you're going to do 12 different things in a year. So see how growth comes up. But here's the problem. People are afraid of trying because we are afraid of making mistakes. It's very comfortable when you do you and you do that thing really well. You master that skill, and you don't do anything else because you're afraid to make mistakes. This is not your problem, it's my problem too. So every time we try something new, we allow ourselves to make mistakes. So what? Allow yourself to make mistakes. Please do make a mistake or many mistakes. This is how you learn. You're not driving and try, I'm going to try drifting here because it's wet and I'm going to try. No, of course, you know what I mean. It's not that stupid. Don't be stupid. So try things that will not harm yourself or harm other people around you. Just take care of yourself and challenge yourself for something new. So this year was podcast. For me, I was surprised that so many people will listen to me and say, "Hey, this was good," blah blah blah. And I was, because I consider myself a stupid person. I am dumb. I am stupid. I'm a nobody, and I love to be a nobody. People don't believe me, but I love to be a nobody. Don't call me pastor. Don't call me Uncle Paul. I'm good with Uncle Paul. I'm good with being I'm a music teacher, and that's all I want to be. It's a music teacher. Oh, I play in my church band. Yes, that's all I want to do, is play in my church band. And this is fun. I told Pastor John the other day. It's Pastor John, as long as Image Church it needs me to serve at Image Church, I'm serving at Image Church. I don't know if it's for 1 year or 100 years. I don't care. As long as I'm serving, Image Church is good for me. So I'm still good at Image Church because I'm serving at Image Church. So find something, find a place that you can serve others, and think about, go to an orphanage. I don't know anything. You have skills, maybe you have 10 minutes, it's okay. 10 minutes is good enough. If you have 1 hour a week or 1 hour a month, dedicate for somebody else. Do something. Share your experience. It doesn't matter if it's a big experience or a small experience. Just share what you have. And you see that God will multiply and give you more, and God will give you more opportunities to share His love. That's all He wants. He wants to share the fruits of the Spirit through you. Love. What's the fruits of the Spirit? Oh God, Lord Jesus, have mercy on me. See how bad Christian I am. Joy. I think the first one is love. Love, joy. Help me. Love, joy, peace, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, patience, love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness. So everything, so all the fruits of it's something that we have to force ourselves to do it, because the bad stuff, we already have it. It's already in us. The sinful nature is already in us. The hate, the anger, the sexual whatever desire, immorality. Everybody have this. We are all sinners. So the bad stuff, this is funny, but the bad stuff, my granddaughter, which is 1.5 years old, she already have it. She screams, she yells, she had attitude, and she's 1.5 years old, the little sinner. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I was born with that too. So the bad stuff, we already have it. Don't tell me that you are saying you're very no, you're not. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So all the bad stuff, like what's the bad stuff that we have? Hate, discord, jealousy, when you disagree with people, when you have ambition, we are born with it. So how many, the kids are playing in church and they're fighting for a toy. This is mine, not giving it. They don't share. Another one, what's this? When division, it's already in us. So these are the fruits. I think the Bible calls the fruits of the flesh and the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the flesh, you're already born with it. It comes with the system. It's like it's downloaded. You're born with it. You have to deal with it. But then the fruits of the Spirit, no. You have to ask for it. You have to fight for it. You have to ask God. You say, God, I don't have love for no one. Please help me love people. So when you receive God's love, and then you can love people. When you feel that God loves you so much that He gave His only Son for you, so now you can love people around you. So love, joy. Joy is a choice. Joy is not happiness. It's different than happiness. Happiness is very momentary. That's the word. I think that's the word. It's consequence of something. Oh, I got a new car. I'm happy. I'm drunk. A happy hour. Oh, so it's consequence. But joyfulness or joy, feeling joyful. You can feel joy under a hospital bed. If you can feel joy even you're going through suffering. You can feel joy even if you have fear of some. Some people say that well, fear casts out joy. No, it doesn't. If it comes from God, it's joy. It doesn't matter if you under the feeling of fear. Of course, you have to be alert and respond to the fear. But joy is something that you feel, you just have it. And people cannot explain how they can feel joy. Feeling joy, it's a feeling that God provides to you. Kindness, being kind to yourself, respect yourself the same way you respect your whoever is around you. It can be a co-worker, it can be a fellow driver, it doesn't matter. So kindness, you have to be kind to yourself, because then you will be kind to other people around. And this is how we spread kindness. It's just because you feel that God is being kind to you, and you spread kindness. Gentleness, being gentle to yourself. Be kind, respect yourself. So don't go away taking drugs and having sex with anybody that doesn't matter. I don't care about myself. I want to die. I want to kill myself. I don't respect my body. Respect your body. Respect your limitations. I'm 56-year-old and I have to respect my own limitation. I'm not a 36-year-old young man anymore. I'm not a 26-year-old young man. No, I'm 56-year-old. I have to respect my limitation. I have to understand who I am right now and what God can use, how God can use me, my stupidity, my limitation. How can God use my experience, all the mistakes that I had in my life to bless people around me. So this is the goal. Anyway, so fruits of the, I'm thinking of, for example, when you have a car, if you have a car and the insurance will check what you did during the year, and if you're a good driver, they're going to give you a check, a refund check, because you didn't use the whatever insurance, or they're going to lower your what's the name, premium. They're going to lower your premium, the price that you pay for insurance, because you're a good driver. So that's the fruit of being a good driver. The consequence of being a good driver is to get a lower payment on your insurance. But if you are a bad driver, what happens? The insurance go all the way up. So you're gonna spend more money because you're less reliable. So that's fruit or consequence of the choices that you made when you're driving during that whole year. So the consequence of what you made in your work site the consequence will come next year. Well, some people call this is karma. Karma can be good and karma can be bad. No. The Bible calls it consequence. Consequence of your own choices. Good choices? Yes, good, check mark. Bad choices, if you're driving, bump, $500. That's consequence of your own choices. So this is my thinking about 2023. So check, look back, stop a little bit for a few hours and check from January, February, what was the year for you. So the year for me was really hard, to be honest, really, really tough. But again, God was there every single moment, providing and opening the doors and closing the doors and saying, hey, this is the path for you, this is the direction. Because the only thing that me and my family we could do is say, God, help us during this period. I'm your child. You have to do whatever you can do for me, for my family. That's what I had to do. And it's amazing how God is providing. God is sending students. God is sending kids. God is sending churches. God is sending opportunities. God is sending everything to us. And all we can do is say, okay, God, use me. Use me as your instrument. Use me as your vessel. The person who's going to speak about and act. Not only speak about, not preach about, but live your love. Live every single day loving people, respecting people. Most of the time I don't agree with them, their lifestyle or whatever. But who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm not here to judge anybody. So I'm here to say, hey, God loves you. God loves me. So that's why I love you. God respects me. That's why I respect you. So sharing God's love, that's my main goal for 2023. And may God give me opportunities to record more, to make better records, kids sounding better. This is my goal. I just want to make people sound better and have fun with life. All right. Love you all. Merry Christmas. God bless you all. And I'll see. Oh, we have big surprise for next year. Some of my interviewers, they're going to have more interviews. And it's going to be fun. 2024, it's a year with lots of promises. Let's see what's going to happen. Love you, people. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye. All right. Thank you for listening to our podcast, Think and Play. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, thinkandplay2222@gmail.com. Subscribe for more episodes. We're going to have lots of more to come. Peace out. Thank you, people. Bye. Love you.